We are here today with Sean Donahoe. Sean, welcome back to the show.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. It seems like we do this a lot these days. It's good fun to always be on here and share what we're up to and have a look behind the curtain.
Well, I'm really excited that you're here, especially since the fact that I know that you just woke up. It's about 6 in the morning for you right now, and I appreciate
Yes.
that. And you're up and you've already made like more money than most people make in full-time jobs, and you've made it in the wee hours of the morning, which I think is really impressive. So we're going to get into that, obviously. I'm going to read off the headline for the system we're going to be talking about today that covers how you're doing that. It says here, just give me 5 short days and I'll show you how to quickly duplicate and install this $1.2 million recession and president-proof online business for 2025. And one thing before I have you explain this to us, I do want to say that right now in the United States, as you're most likely aware, we have this election coming up, and everyone always freaks out with the stock market. They think, oh, if Kamala wins, the market's going to do this. If Trump wins, the market's going to do that. And everyone has their theories about it. And like, so this, you say this is something that is not going to be affected by that. Bring us into this. What's this all about? How are you making money in the wee hours of the morning? Bring us in.
Well, the cool thing is that, and we were just discussing this before we went live, is I really trade 3 areas. Because trading, and for people to think, oh, trading, what's that? Oh, it's all, it's fugazi, it's a scam, it's the stock market, it's all against the little guy, it's too complicated. Look, these are all myths. Trading is a business just like any other business. It's okay, I need to put some money, process, profit. That's it. Money, process, profit. And like Mike said, I've just sat down because I had, I was up a little bit earlier than I planned to be, but there was an opportunity. It sat right there. I thought, okay, I'll have a slice of that. Up 148%. Actually, right now, just closed it out at 175% profit for the morning, just while I'm pottering around doing a couple of things, grabbing some tools, doing some motorbike stuff this morning because that's my nerd thing. And it's just like, okay, quick profit. Okay, 148% return on capital. That's me done for the weekend, just from that one, let's see, about 2 hours of being in this one position. So I trade 3 areas to get back to what I was saying, which is stock market, which is the main stock market, that's stocks and options, mainstream crypto, which everyone's heard of, your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, your Solanas, your Doge, and then this small little area over here that no one talks about, which is called microcaps. Now, microcaps are it's basically tomorrow's technology emerging. It's the new Bitcoins. It's the new Solanas. It's the new Ethereums. It's companies who are creating tokens, just like, hey, there's, the new company launches shares on the stock market. Well, over here, they bypass all this Wall Street bullshit. What they're doing is they're over here releasing tokens to raise money for these new businesses. So this is your Web3. This is your blockchain technologies of tomorrow being developed today. And they're just starting. So they're decentralized. They're not on any exchanges. All of this is in your private wallets, as they call it.
Okay.
And you can trade these coins, find new opportunities. And again, the potential, my goal is 100 to 200%. Okay, and do that consistently. Sometimes, and I'll show you one of these in a few moments, did over 1,000% in, let me just look at it here, just over a day. Now, 1,000%, just to put that in quick numbers, what does that mean? It's $100 into $1,000. That's $1,000 into $10,000. And that's in a day. So yeah, the cool thing is in terms of my entire portfolio, only 10% of my portfolio is over here, but it makes as much money with that 10% of my allocation as the other 2 parts of the triangle here. And that to me is all I need, and I just follow where the money is. Like Mike was saying, we got the economy is in shambles, inflation is crazy. There's a lot of hesitation in the stock market, the main markets right now, because which one of the two clowns is going to get in and screw things up for our plans. All of that is disconnected from what we do, because there's new coins launching, there's dozens of coins launching every single day. They don't care. It's not connected to the stock market. It's not connected to crypto. It's doing its own thing over here. And again, the potential is very explosive.
Are they a lot less money, Sean? Like when I think of stocks, and there's some of them are like hundreds of dollars to buy one share of them. Are these like something that if I don't have, like I imagine, I know you have lots of money that you could potentially invest, but some people don't have that kind of money to risk. And there's always, of course, there's going to be a risk in anything that you do. How much money can you start with?
Well, you can start with at first. Now I'm going to share a screen here, and I'll show a couple here. But the cool thing is you can start with 0. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this is a new maybe strategy, new business approach and everything else. But you can practice with paper trading, which unlike any other business, you can practice the entire methodology, prove to yourself that you can do it, and then go forward, start small, baby, even with $5, $10, just to put your toes in the water, and then from there scale. Now, are we sharing the screen now?
Yeah, I can see this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Sean. It's a little bit confusing for a normal person like myself to see this. You're gonna kind of walk us through this.
Absolutely. Actually, I have a little tool here, and I can draw on the screen. So let me just find, where's the bloody toolbox gone? There it is. All right, so got a little toolbox here so I can draw. So each one of these is, it's not bloody working. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so each one of these is a candle. This represents 30 minutes. If it's green, it means it started here and went as far as here. If it's a red bar, it started here and it went down a little bit to here. So all the chart does is track what is this doing. Now, this is what we'll teach in the masterclass. And it's a 5-day masterclass starting on we start on October 28th, but you can start signing up with the link below. I'm sure will be on this video. So anyway, back of the envelope, and I'm doing Mike's job for him there a little bit.
Appreciate it. Send people over. Anyone, by the way, and Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're doing are you doing a pre-launch webinar before it goes live?
I always do, yes.
Okay. When is that going to be for anyone who wants to? I mean, we're only going to be able to touch on a little bit of this today because Sean's actually traveling. I caught him right before he's going to be going out and making money while he's traveling as well. But he's going to be going much more in depth into this on a live call. When is that and what time is it? If they want to sign up at that link.
October 22nd, 10 a.m. and we're giving away $1,000 live. We're doing that just for the hell of that to fund someone, basically kickstart their business in regards to that as well. So yeah,
awesome. Okay. Click that link, sign up, but keep watching this. Stay with us. Okay, keep going. Sean.
Absolutely. So this one started just about 3:30 in the morning. I just woke up, happened to stumble into the office, and I'm like, okay, and you can see it here. So 3:13. Okay, this one set up. I got an alert on my phone, and I'm like, okay, place the trade. This one, again, I just closed it out at 5:30, just 30 minutes before starting here and everything else. And you can see here, again, this hit 175%. My target was actually 200, but it didn't, I basically blinked and missed that only because I was running around doing stuff. So I'm like, okay, my backup was 175%. It came down. And I took that. I'm like, okay. And then the next bar was a down bar. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm busy. So I'll take that. So 175% in the space of just about two and a bit hours and done. And that's it. So $1,000 just became $1,700 in profit, plus my original 1,000 back in my pocket. Sean's a happy boy. And that moves up. Now, I mentioned this one is a new coin, only just launched at 2 o'clock this morning. Okay, so I wasn't there for that because this is 2 o'clock. I'm 12 hours ahead roughly of the US just for measurement. So that would have been 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, that's all good. Now, this one is a clone of a coin that launched earlier this week, only on the 17th. This one did 1,014%. Again, this is not cherry-picked old trades that look fantastic. This is live ones right now. And there's a couple of others going off. This is another one that I'm just closed out. That's 100% profit. That one I did last night. And it woke up and it's like, okay, it's done its job. Doge, again, this one is pushing just a little bit higher right now.
Mm-hmm.
My goal for this one is 50%. We'll see if it hits it, but right now it's hovering, so it just needs to get to about here. You can see top of the screen here, 40%, but it's on its track. It's doing okay. And then I've got other ones. This one I did a couple of days ago. That was 75%. I'm just waiting for this to set up again. And you may be wondering, well, where's he getting in? Where's he getting out? Guess what? That's what we're teaching in the masterclass. And here's the cool thing. When you understand what we're doing, it may look complex right now, but it's really bloody simple.
Let me interrupt really quick. Like I would definitely be like, okay, when do I say enough is enough on like the gains on it? Like you had a goal of 200%, you were able to get 175%, you're happy with it. Like I would be like, okay, maybe what if I sell it at 200% and then it goes up, keeps going up, and then I miss out on the other gains there as well. So I guess that is a rookie trader's fear. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I'll give you an example with SPX because it's a bloody great question. This one did, and again, I've got loads and loads of trades on this one. If I go back in time, you will see loads and loads of trades on this. And this one, I actually did a case study of turning $100 into $315,000 in under a year. It was all done on this one. But as you can see here, there's 337%, and then it dipped, and then it set up again. But so if there's a chance that it keeps going higher, well, guess what? Your reason for getting out is usually pending the next setup. So this one, it went up 337. Then it started moving down. But then it confirmed again. This is what we call a double tap. It's an opportunity to get back in when it's going back up. That was another 272%. And another one here, 57%. Didn't go as high, got out. That's okay. I'll take my profit. Even if it's a loss, I'll take the loss. That does happen. And then it went up another 170%, another 75%. So this one kept going up and up. And even though I hit my target, and there's a way that we raise the target, if it keeps going up, we're like, okay, we'll adjust our target until, yeah, you know what, time's out, we'll come back out, take the profit, put it in our pocket. But then we can also say, there's a new setup. So right now, for example, this went up several times and I got the big chunks. But right now, it's teasing again. So there's a setup here. If it goes above this bar, guess what? Trade on. That's what you're waiting for. You're waiting right now. It looks you're waiting for it to give you those signals that
absolutely
it's going to go back up again. Because
in fact,
right there, like I've seen that it's going down. And how do you prevent yourself? Like it went up and you were able to sell and make those gains. But what happens when it on the other end when it goes down? Like do you have like a minimum? Like okay, if I lose X amount, if it's down this amount, I'm going to get out of it before I end up
good question.
Losing everything?
So for example, say for example this just went up. Let's pretend it went up and it just gave us our setup. Okay, well then I set a stop at the previous low. I'm actually giving you part of the strategy here, by the way. This is, and then I set this at 1.5 risk reward ratio. You see right here, that's my initial target. Happens to be about 25%. Okay, so if it goes down here and crosses this line, I'm out. Done. I'll take the loss. If it goes up here, well, I'm already profiting quite nicely. Done. So I can lose 16%, make 24, but if it keeps going to like 50, or which is not uncommon, you see it on this one, well, if it goes up there, then again, I make a good profit. and keep going and going and going. But if it comes down and it crosses out, okay, I'll sell right there. Fine, I'll take the hit and I'll wait for another setup. And the whole point of this is you don't put all your money in one basket, one trade.
Mm-hmm.
You've got multiple trades going. Your wins eclipse your losers. You'll win more often than you lose. And like I said, my goal is 100 to 200%. But when we have ones like this kicking off with 1,000%, that really accelerates. That's your home run trade right there. And they happen quite a lot. So that works out very well for me. And I just keep an eye on what's doing. So yeah, like I said, 100% close this morning, 174% in a couple of hours. And just keep on rocking, keep doing it. And that's the whole point of this. This is why it's really a production line process, if you will. It's what we teach in this masterclass, is it's a business. It doesn't need to be all exciting and, it's not Vegas. It's a business. Money in, process, profit out.
Probably sounds like you need to kind of take yourself out of it a little bit. And because I'm one of those people that would freak out and I'd see it going down and I'd be like, I'd be just what everyone else in the market wants. I'm the guy that it starts going down, I freak out and I sell, and then you've got the other people waiting for me to sell so they can buy it, and then it goes back up again. Yeah,
and I appreciate that very much.
Yeah,
but it's a process. And one of the reasons that we talk about paper trading is we want you to practice and apply and see that you can get the consistency. When you have the consistency, you have the numbers that are going up, then you can start small and you can get over that psychological aspect. But a lot of what we do is algorithmic. It's a rule-based process. If this, then that. And that's what keeps you straight. It does remove the emotion out of it a lot, but you can't take the human emotion out. That's why we paper trade for 30 days. We trade small for 30 days so that we get over some of that shift into the psychology side. And then you ramp up and scale as you get more and more confident that you're seeing that. But of course, with everything, there is the human emotion side. We talk a lot about that. We teach through that as well, how to build that discipline, that business mindset. Because at the end of the day, that really is what this is. It's a business mindset. And when you bring that to it and you see you have a process for profit and you can do it continuously, and when you stick to the rules and the process, guess what? The profits come. That's what it's all about.
Sean, if people decide that they want to pick this up, again, we've got that link for people to sign up for the webinar to learn more about this below. If you guys are watching this before this is live, if it is live, what is this? What will they be getting inside, and what are the optional upgrades that they're going to be offered after they purchase?
So the main thing is the 5-day masterclass, and that is live with me. We're actually doing it 2 times a day, which I must be bloody crazy to do. But because people are in different time zones, different parts of the world, we're going to do 11 a.m. session. We're also going to do an 8 p.m. Eastern session. So that is going to be throughout the week. So you can, there's no bloody excuses not to be there live. Okay. On top of that, we're going to do all the transcripts, Cliff Notes, summary versions. We've got a Discord community that goes with this for the duration of the masterclass. So that's the core part of it, is the sit down with me, let me show you how this works, break it down into bite-sized chunks, and at the end of this, you will be able to place trades. Okay. Now, there's optional upgrades. We have the red carpet, which is extended access to the replays and recording, some extra training, some extra bits and pieces. And also we do an extended session for the VIPs afterwards, more extended, intimate Q&A in a private room with me. Then the inner circle is, again, lifetime access to the recordings. You get 2 extra training sessions, which are intensives, basically taking some of the strategies to the next level, including one we call the double tap, the 10x accelerator, which is basically a method of money management that can 10x your capital growth. Very, very powerful stuff.
Okay.
On top of that, and the last, because we're actually doing 3 optional upgrades. I mentioned earlier on at the beginning of this, the trifecta, the 3 areas I trade. So for the trifecta upgrade is, well, complete the set. We're covering 1 masterclass. We'll give you replays of the other 2 masterclasses I do, which teach basically all 3 corners of the triangle, all 3 areas that we cover, so that you have the full set, the full arsenal of what I do and how I do it and how I retired in my mid-40s. So, yeah, that's the 3 upgrades and then the core offer.
I mean, it looks exciting. It looks like one of those things that I think, like you said, it's a business. It's something to take seriously. The people that lose money with the stuff like stock market stuff are ones that don't treat it like a business. They don't have a formula. They don't have a system, and they need to do it intelligently. And I like the fact that you tell people to paper trade at first, because I mean, there's a risk involved in anything, in anything that you do. There's going to be risk involved, but it really sounds like you're trying to mediate that risk and lower it and get your emotions out of there. Get it so that, okay, you've got your system set up, you know what you're doing, and you're going to be a lot more confident in what you're doing with that process. Sean, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
Good question. I would say, yeah, I want to reiterate this point. This is one skill that when you master it, you'll never worry about money again. The markets become an ATM, and you don't need any products, any marketing, any selling, any funnels, any copy, any e-commerce, any of the different hats you have to wear in a lot of online businesses. And you can do this from anywhere in the world. I mean, I'm actually going up into the mountains today, going to pick up something. And if I've got my cell phone with me, I'm good to go. I can make money. And again, placing trades up at a stupid elevation where I can see for like 20, 30 miles in through the mountains. I've still got signal. Good. I can place a trade. The whole point of this is it is a very simple business when you understand the basics. Now, for a lot of people, they look at these charts and they're like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Well, no one does. I didn't when I first started, but I learned 25 plus years ago. I'm going to give you the shortcut for all of this. I'm going to break it all down into bite-sized chunks. And by the end of this, I promise you, you will not only understand what we're doing, but you'll be able to put it into action and start building your wealth without worry.
Sean, again, thank you so much for coming on the show, and best of luck with your launch. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care.